how's it lame when you're going up 2-0 against the best team in the East?
It has nothing to do with the context, just like the celebration itself. It's corny.
But I get it because people called him overrated the whole season, and to hit that big of a shot, man, I think his ball should have been bigger, bro.
GMLB family, welcome back to another episode of Good Morning Let's Basketball. I'm your host, Mike Miles, aka Six Figure Mike. On my right, that's Big Macedonia and GMLB's Chief of Security, Big Kev. I love the thumbs up, man.
Good enough.
Above me is the founder and brains of the operation. That's our CEO, Slick Vic.
How we doing, fellas?
We're doing good. We're doing good. And today, GMLB family, we're joined by a rising voice in the basketball content world with over 22,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's MuvzyHoops. Muvzy, what's up, man?
What's up, guys? Raptors on top, bro. Come on. Come on.
Raptors on top. That's a crazy take.
Oh, don't
Crazy.
worry. Nah, it'll get crazier. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll
On
get
top of what? The lottery? I think on top
top
of.
6 seed, top 6 seed next year.
Okay, I kind of mess with that take. We'll dive into that maybe a little bit. All right, fellas. I guess we'll just start it off. Mubsy, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. Let the GMLB family know who you are, what you make. Plug your channel. Feel free.
So I make basketball content. I'm from Toronto, so that's why I'm glazing the Raptors so hard. Um, Basically, my first year of university, I was bored, so I'm like, dude, like I like yap all day to my friends and stuff. So why don't I just like yap to myself? So I just go sit on my bed, grab my phone, start like talking. I'm like, this is some like random stuff. I chop it up. I talk about only Raptors content. I put a couple of videos and just slideshows. It's just slideshow videos. It's like a grade 12 presentation. That's how it look like. I'm like, you know what, bro? Like who will like this stuff? So like then I just get some traction, like 4K views, 3K views, which isn't much, but to me at the time, that's like insane, dude. Like just talking about the Raptors and I could pull that type of traffic. I'm like, dude, like I'm gonna roll with this. So I keep on making content on my phone. Then people start helping me. I learn how to edit, and then eventually, like my videos just started to get traction, like 20K, 30K. I got a video last summer. I got like 900K views. I'm like, dude, like I could actually get something out of this and stuff like that. So and you guys had a podcast with Hoop Venue, right? Bro,
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been watching that guy for such a long time, bro. Like that guy's a legend, bro. That guy's an absolute legend. And I just used to watch his vids and just take notes on like the plays, like like Spain pick and roll. I think he talked about like there's like a lot of like no like plays that he talked about that I just started taking notes on and stuff. So then I just got a little bit better, like how to break the game down and like make it funny too at the same time. So
Mhm.
now I'm sort of gaining some traction, but I gotta be better. But yeah, that's about it now. Now I'm at 22K, which is a lot to me right now, but I could definitely do better than that, and I'm hoping I could do a lot bit better.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, that's an awesome come up story. That's sick. But yeah,
Bro,
about Hoop Venue, that episode happened because we know him personally. Me and Hoop Venue went to high school together, so
really?
yeah, it wasn't too hard of a guest to get on, but we're still super appreciative of that. But yeah, what a come up story, man. Starting on the phone with the slideshows,
Bro, you
learned
don't
how
know.
to edit.
It's crazy. Like even like I just learned how to like edit my audio and stuff, like trying to make it sound crisp through like mute, like because I make songs too. So how I edit my audio was basically how I edit my music audio. So that's why it sounded so good. Like after I learned how to make songs and stuff. So that like kind of tied into me making content too at the same time.
Were
Got
you
you.
always passionate about like making NBA content, or was there anything
Um,
else you did before that?
dude, yeah, my heart was broken, dude. I was an NHL fan. I was a Leafs fan, and like every single year, man, like I would watch hockey and just like, yap about it to my friends and stuff. Leafs would just lose every single time. Like we would lose to the Bruins and just lose to them every single time. And I just got so mad, and then I just stopped watching hockey. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to basketball. And then I think I was in grade 7 or 8. I just started while watching basketball, and ever since then I just been yapping about ball. But it was hockey that was the like I was very locked in hockey.
More important question. Do you play ball?
Yeah, yeah. I play ball.
Can
All
you
right,
hoop
Play.
though? Can you
because
hoop?
we're forming a squad. We're gonna start making the squad hooping videos like Nick Briz and those guys, if you know who they are.
No,
Yeah.
not like
They
them,
don't know
bro.
it.
Not
They
like
don't
them.
know it
Nick
yet.
Briz?
These
Nick
two
Briz?
don't know it yet. But that's what we're gonna start doing. Victor's coach since he doesn't play anymore, so we're looking for a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, bro. I'm not tall. You know, that's the thing. I'm like 5'9". Like I'm not
Well,
that tall.
we can move Daniel to the 4, I feel like. I'll play the 3, crash out Kev at the 5,
The height's fine.
hoop
Height
venue
is the
at the
one thing we
1.
have. Height is like the
Yeah.
one thing we have, if anything. So
We've
we'll handle the
yeah.
rest.
Yeah, but if you guys need like a corner prostitute, you know, you can just put me in the corner, I'll catch it. Make every single shot.
That's actually
That-
exactly what we need.
He's got
I
Hall
will
of Fame
make
corner
I'll
specialist.
yeah, yeah. Corner shots, I'll make it. Like catch and shoot shots, I'll make it. Playmaking, I could provide that too, but not like your point guard, you know, but I'll I'll be like a JJ Redick, you know.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I'm cool with that. We take every guest we have, we slowly interview to be our fifth man in our rotation. Now that Victor has officially retired from basketball, we need two. We've
Victor
kind of
Victor retired from basketball? Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
I just
give him the
You're like
backstory.
fine, dude.
I
You're
just keep getting injured, man. I've had 4 injuries in the past like 5 years.
ACL tears and stuff like
No, just shoulder injuries and ankle. So
that's it's
I just it's not worth it for me to play anymore, I feel like.
How old are you guys if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23.
Okay.
We're all
Yeah,
23.
Oh, you
me and
guys
my
are all
Oh yeah,
Jordan, my Jordan year. Yeah.
how old do you think I am?
21.
You said you were in your first year of university. I don't know how it is in Canada, but for us, that's like 18, 19. So I'll say 18.
I'm in my third year now. I'm like 20.
Oh, why did I think you were in your first year?
No, that's
Oh,
when I
that's when you
started.
started.
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
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 that
yeah.
makes sense. 20. Got you. Yeah, so you fit our rebuild for sure. You could definitely be a cornerstone of the franchise here.
It kind of sounds like the Bulls, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems
kind
so.
Got
of.
that
TBD.
Chicago in.
We don't really know what they're doing yet.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't seen what that Bulls team's doing either.
We got Big Vooch. Kevin, you could be Vooch. I think by default I would have to be Buzelis. Maybe we're not the Bulls. Maybe we're not the Bulls. We could be a different team. Uh, I don't know. We don't. We'll talk after the pod, as we always say. We'll take your resume and we'll consider what we got.
Send us
The
your
only rule of
mixtape.
the yeah, send us your mixtape. The
Oh,
only rule of the go ahead.
mixtape is just sitting in the corner. Three, 3 second long mixtape, bro.
Hey, the plan for the GMLB pickup is we're gonna run Mike, Kev, pick and roll, and everyone else is just gonna space. So we'll run with that offense. We'll be like Sengun and Jalen Green.
Oh wow, so
Uh,
that's a terrible offense, dude. Horrific.
hey, we didn't say
Jalen
we were gonna be good.
Jalen Green needs some work, dude. That guy is straight buns, bro. Jalen Green is straight buns. Like when I watched that, like I felt so bad for the Rockets, man. Fred did everything he could to try to will that team to victory, but Jalen Green, bro, like 8 points, bro. Then 8 points again, and then one game he has like 20 plus, and he's like, yeah, man, like I'm the guy, but then he just screws it up again. So it's like you could
Yeah,
you, you could be the second seed, but when it comes time to win, and you're playing the Warriors, bro, who cares if they're the seventh seed? They're just gonna flatline you in game seven. And that's exactly what happened, bro.
That's true. Do you think Amen Thompson can be a All NBA player in like 5 years?
Easily, like easily. His defense, like countless times on the Jalen Brunson podcast, that guy's like, bro, this guy locked me up. This guy plays great defense. And even Curry said it multiple times. He's like, this guy plays defense, man. He's insane. So worst case, if he can't like score, he will definitely be on like a starting team for his whole career, in my opinion. But if he wants to reach that all NBA type of play, he needs to develop a very good three-point shot. And how can I get that catch and shoot shot down? Because he just sets screens, pops out. And right now, what he does is set screens and go in the paint, set screens and go in the paint. So if he could set screens and have that pop game, all NBA. That's what I think.
You need to lock that dude in the gym all summer
Yeah,
because some of
yeah.
his offense was kind of atrocious. I remember one time, I think it was during game 6 or 7, the Rockets had Steven Adams, Dylan Brooks, and Amen Thompson on the court at one time. There was no offense. I don't know what made them run that lineup, but I was like, and you wonder why you're losing.
They had two bigs on at the same time. Even
Yeah,
HB talked about it. There were two big mans
Ridiculous.
on the floor. It was insane.
yeah. I thought that lineup worked though in every game besides game 7. That lineup was efficient. That was like a plus. That was a positive lineup.
No positive going down 3-1.
Oh,
Or I'm sorry, I don't know. I think I said game 7. You know what I mean? But um, let's what should we talk about first? Should we talk about the Celtics getting floored at home or the Cavs getting floored at home? Because
both of them are great conversations, bro.
Either way, I was gonna say we should start off with the East, the absolute hoop housery that's going on in the Eastern Conference. I think I said it last night in our group chat. Like, what's going on? These top seeds, man, they're just going down in the East. We can talk about probably Boston and New York first, the two big market teams. Cleveland's dealing with some injury. We'll give them some slack.
My favorite thing
Tatum.
was yeah. My favorite thing was I think going into the playoffs, Miles was like the Eastern Conference is easy. We're just gonna blow through them all, and now it's seeming like the Celtics are having trouble.
It's just
listen,
maintaining leads, bro. Like that's a very hard thing. Like I think like that's the hardest thing where you start the game off so dominant and then you take the foot off the pedal and then it like the team comes and they just pounce on you. And like the Pacers are so hungry, the Knicks are hungry, bro. They're like trying to win a chip, bro. So they play even better till like the fourth quarter and they start locking guys up. And
The
it
pace,
just works.
the Pacers. I have never seen a team that just doesn't give up like them. They do not give up until there is no clock left in the game. And like you said, with the NBA now, a 20-point lead is not safe anymore.
Especially with those fast-paced teams. I mean, it sucks for game 2. I had no idea Mobley, Garland, and DeAndre Hunter were going to be out. I found that out when they were announcing the starting lineups,
How are they
and
out?
I seen so Darius Garland hyperextended his big toe. DeAndre Hunter, I think, dislocated his thumb when he
Okay.
got blocked by Matherin, and then Mobley, I think he twisted his ankle. Like Miles Turner, like got in his landing space when he shot like a hook, and he like landed on it funny. So those three guys were out for game 2. I didn't know that. I didn't know that until they announced the starting lineups, and I saw Ty Jerome and freaking Dean Wade in there, and I was like, well, "What the hell is going on?
If it was
Where's the
on
defense
his
player of the year?"
If it was on his shooting hand, like Hunter, like I'd get it. But bro, if it's on his non-shooting hand, like bro, your like leg's not amputated. Like this is playoff ball, bro. Your team needs you, bro. Like get on the
Yeah,
floor. Like
I think it was on his shooting hand because he had went up for like a dunk, and then Matherin
okay,
just
if
sent
it's a
it.
shooting hand, I completely get it. But if it's a left hand, bro, I'm sorry, dude. I just not it.
They almost pulled it off though in game 2. They almost
Mhm.
won. They should have won. Pacers just caught up. Dude, it
What do
made
you
me
guys
sad.
think
I was
about
like, wow.
Haliburton being the most overrated player? Like people did a poll and they called him the most overrated rated player ever. I'm like, like, come on, bro. Like, this guy's not overrated at all. He's like sinking game winners, like passing it, getting like 12 assists a game. Like, that's not overrated, bro. Like, people
He's
hate
a
him.
he's had 2 game winners in the playoffs so far this year. So he's making his case, as much as I hate to say it, because we know a few Pacers fans. They do exist. They exist. We've found that. But it took us 22 years in moving to the middle of Indiana to find that out, that they do exist. So yeah, I mean,
You
they're on a roll, dude. Indianapolis is going to be jumping. I think
you
tomorrow is game 3.
Yeah.
That crowd is gonna be insane.
yeah. We want to go. We're like trying to go to that. Are we still trying to go to that?
We're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're probably going to
Yeah.
freaking make it.
Sir, man, keep that same thing, man. Like that's definitely gonna happen, bro. Easily, easily.
I mean, I have no idea if those guys that were missing from Cleveland are out for tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't seen any report on it. But if they're out, first off, Cleveland, they have to win too. They have to win both games in Indy. I don't know if I see that happening. Like,
Yeah. Pacers play really
ooh,
good at home too. I think they're one of the best home
ooh,
teams.
dude,
Bro,
And
they're
if we
a
they're
get
team that
swept,
they
what are you
like feed
saying?
off the crowd, dude. They like feed off the crowd. Like they play faster with the crowd there. Like that's something I kind of like realize. Like they play so fast that you can't even get into your half court defense to even stop them. Like that's how they score. And man, like how are you gonna guard that when like three guys are out? It's rough.
Let me
I
drop a
know.
take on y'all. The big balls dance was corny. It was corny.
What about when
It was
everyone else does it?
it's corny, bro. It's not cool. It's lame. It's lame.
Wait, how is it lame when you're going up 2-0 against the best team in the East?
It has nothing to do with the context, just like the celebration itself. It's corny.
But I get it because people called him overrated. He's been shit talked like the whole season, and to hit that big of a shot, man, I think his ball should have been bigger, bro. Like,
I like that. I like that.
yeah.
So what so let's just get a quick round of predictions here. How many games? The next two are in Indy, obviously. How many games is Cleveland winning? Do you think they take one? Do you think they get swept? What's like the verdict here? I'm just trying to get like a vibe of what everyone's feeling with that series right now.
I think they're gonna take game 3 and lose game 4.
Mm.
Say the opposite. I think they're going to go down 3-0 and then take game 4. Don't think
Um,
they'll get swept.
this is actually a hard one, bro. I got I got Cavs winning only one game, even getting swept
Was that pre-series or are you talking about like currently?
currently.
Yeah, I mean, just the way that it's been going, man. They've just been relying on Donovan Mitchell, and he was gassed that fourth quarter. I mean, he did all he could. He put up 48. I think it was, well, I had it pulled up 48, 9, and 5. They were asking him to do everything. And then we don't know the status of Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter. So it's kind of tough to say that the Cavs will win.
Yeah, dude. Garland's just got to limp out there, dude. Tape up the toe,
Thinking
get
about,
two of them
bro.
together. Like there's ways around this. But yeah, this is crazy. I think pre-series everybody probably had Cleveland winning. I know all of us did.
Yeah.
Us three did right here. As I imagine most of America and the world.
Wait, can I say something? Like, so sorry to cut you off, but I didn't have the Cavs making it past the second round. I thought like they kind of reminded me of like a team that only does good in the regular season. Like I'm like this is
I'm with
like
you.
there's like a difference between the Thunder and the Cavs. Like you're playing in an East where it's good, but it's not as competitive as the West. And to get the wins that the Thunder got compared to the wins that the Cavs got, it's like I like I definitely have the Thunder over the Cavs, like any day of the week. And I think the Knicks could beat the Cavs. I think the Pacers could beat the Cavs. There are a lot of teams that I think could beat the Cavs because like health is gonna screw you. These players don't want to play with a screwed up like toe. Like you have to go hard, bro. And like I think the Pacers just have like a different idea. Like they know how to play ball. They've been at the conference finals. They lost to the Celtics, which is like that's great experience, bro. And now you're coming back after losing to the Celtics, and you're playing the Cavs, who are down mans now. It is it is it's basically like wrapped. Unless Ty Jerome could turn into like a second option guy and make his shots, then they could win. But if Jerome doesn't like step up, it's just I just don't see them winning.
It's the Donovan Mitchell effect.
I
I
knew
said it
it. I was
before,
about to ask you.
and
It's like,
y'all called me crazy, stupid, slandered my
who?
name years ago,
Not
years
me.
ago, years ago, maybe like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
No
Wow.
way.
When we talked about Cleveland possibly being contenders, I was like, it's just going to be another Utah Jazz when Mitchell was there. Fired during the regular season, make it to the second round, maybe. And it's kind of been the same since he got there. Now, we talked about it the other day. We said, dude, I don't think Mitchell's a winning player. He'll hoop during the regular season. His team will be good, but I don't know. I think that Cleveland team is way better than that Jazz team he was on for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
But dude, that Jazz team, they were like a 1 and 2 seeds, 3 seeds some years, which is absurd to even think about now, like looking back on it. But yeah, dude, it's the Donovan Mitchell effect. If I've said it once, I've said it 3 million times.
Yeah, he almost got D-Rosed at the end of that game. I
He
mean,
was
he got folded on the putback.
Heroes. The first time I
And
heard
then
of
like yeah, he was on the sideline and he got hurt again. Like dude, he got hurt twice in like a minute of game time. I was like, pull him out or something. Like he's got nothing left. He couldn't even,
dude.
bro. He was so tired he couldn't even come get the ball to bring it up. Like bring it up the court. I was like, dude,
They said
dude.
they said he was playing with the calf strain too. So he's not playing
Oh,
healthy. They said before the series even started that he had a calf strain, which is even worse. He goes down, then it's gonna be like when the Cavs were playing the Heat, winning by
yeah.
45. That's what it's about to look like if they're missing him tomorrow and the rest of the series.
All right, but what NBA player is not playing with the injury in the playoffs? Some sort of injury, whether it be like
Mm.
minor or just like some muscle injury or something. I don't know. I feel like you
Darius
always hear
Garland.
that. You always hear that after the playoff series is over, and it's be like the star player had this that they were dealing with.
Yeah, like Braun in the series against the Timberwolves. He
Yeah.
went on the Mind the Game podcast like today, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I like banged my knee with a player. Now I have a knee problem, and now it's gonna take me 4 to 6 weeks to heal from it, and this and that." It's like that's exactly what happened.
Do we
Yeah, I mean,
consider that a LeCap moment, or do you think it actually happened?
I think it
Can you read
actually
those
I don't
happened.
lips?
know. You got to remember this dude's 40,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
his knee is just now starting to hurt. He's never had like a knee injury like that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys they're pushing like 90 games played on the season right now, with the first round being completed and with the twilight part of the second round coming around, back half. I mean, everyone's playing hurt, but a
Yeah,
toe.
toes pretty important for ball, but it's like how bad is it? You know?
Oh, yeah,
Mm.
You
toes
think
are
it?
very important, but
You
this
think
is
it's a
second
big toe?
round.
You think it's a big
No,
toe or a pinky toe?
it's his big toe.
It has to be big toe. If it's
Yeah.
pinky toe, bro, like you're playing.
Said
My thing is like,
it's
go ahead.
I was not important at all. I just thought it was funny. It said on ESPN why Garland was sitting, the ESPN app. It said did not play, great toe injury. So I don't know what makes one toe greater than the others, but I assume that was big toe.
Yeah.
Great toe. How do you even
Great.
like hyperextend a toe? Like how does that happen? I
I
feel
mean,
like breaking it, but hyperextending it?
I know a common injury in the NFL is toe turf. So I don't know if he got wood or toe wood, but
What the hell
Well,
is still wood?
it was just because they
you're
play
telling me
on
bro got
wood.
wood?
And no, I'm just playing. I was just joking because they play on wood.
Toe turf
I don't
hurts like
even.
a mother. Oh my God, that
What do you,
hurts.
what is that? I'm not. I've heard it, but
Toe
like,
turf,
isn't
like
it turf toe? It's turf
Or
toe, isn't it?
yeah,
turf
that's what
toe,
it
toe
is.
turf, same difference. But it's
Same
like
difference.
when like they're running, say if like they're running a route or like they're
Yeah.
getting tackled and like their toe basically just gets jammed into the ground.
Ugh.
It's like a really, really bad jam.
Yeah. Put some dirt on it. Something like that.
Pour some alcohol on it.
But yeah. So I guess while we're on the topic of the Cavs, we all have the Pacers winning the series now. Are we too are we going too strong with the Pacers? Is there like what would you say the odds are that the Cavs can win now? Like 1 to 100%. Because like are we sold? Are we being too greedy with that take? I kind of feel like we might be pushing it a little bit. Because imagine they come back next week, or not next week, tomorrow, with a full starting lineup for the first time. Like that team's going to be a lot different than the team we
I
just
want to see
saw.
I want to see what Kev thinks about this.
Go
Huh?
ahead, Kev.
Go ahead,
I'm
Kev.
gonna say, so assuming the injuries are still in place, there's no shot. If they come back tomorrow with the fully loaded, everyone's back. First off, not all of them are probably healthy. They're just assuming like, yo, we're down 2-0. We got to go out there and play.
Yeah.
That's still gonna, they're still gonna be at a disadvantage, whether those guys come back or not. They're down 2-0. They're going to enemy territory. The Pacers are hot. I'm gonna say they have a 40% chance at winning this series.
Hmm.
Cleveland.
That's kind of that's a lot more than I thought you were going to
Yeah,
say
you
based
were
on how
like,
you preface that.
I mean, Cleveland's still good because the games are still close. The games are still
Yeah,
being kept close. They should have won game two,
yeah.
100%. But I mean, man, I just can't win. We're being too greedy. Oh, your odds are too high. I just I don't win on this channel.
poor guy. Don't worry, Kev, man. I feel you, bro. Don't worry.
The security.
Dude, you're telling me as a Celtics fan, you want to talk about a guy who can't win? Bro, I said the Pacers. Okay, bro. How do I even preface this? I was like, so I have a reputation on this channel for being a Pacers hater, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
I say the Pacers are going to win, and everyone's like, "Nah, you're not for real. You just want to face them in the final, or you want to face them in the ECF because you think they're easier." Okay, so then I'm like, "Well, Cavs want to win. Like, I want the Cavs to win." And then they're like, "Nah, bro, you hate the Pacers. You hate the Pacers, bro." Like, it's just like, how do you balance between the two takes there? Because either way, it's a lose-lose for me. Playing them last year, we play them last year, we sweep them. It's like, oh, I want to see the Pacers win. No, you don't. Oh, I want to see the Cavs win. Oh, you hate the Pacers. It's the same thing, bro. The GMLB Discord, Muvzy, would love you for supporting the Pacers because they're all Pacers fans, and we don't treat the Pacers very kindly on the pod. We're coming around to them now, but when we saw the poll come out, we talked about the Tyrese Haliburton overrated poll. And we kind of were in agreement on it at the time. Things have
Bro, and
changed.
don't even get me wrong. The reason why I glaze the Pacers so hard is because the Beyblade played for us. You know, like Pascal played for the Raptors. You know, we called him
Mm,
the Beyblade because he's amazing at spinning and getting to his bag. But like Pascal's a great second option, bro. He's so good. Give it to him in the post. I think HV said like 1.17 points per possession or something like that he
mm.
scores in like the post. So it's like way more efficient than what like anyone else does in the NBA when it comes to like the average points per possession. But yeah, Pascal's insane. That's why I glazed them so hard.
He had a killer year, man. He was all star.
Yeah.
What are your guys' picks?
For what?
I mean, I gave my take
Oh,
Oh,
for like
about
for
the percentage.
percentages? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You see, I'm still confident they could win. Like I have the Pacers, but like barely. Like I would give them like a 50% chance still.
to
I
beat the
think the
Pacers?
Pacers will do it. Yeah, I think the Pacers will do it, but Like, I'm probably the highest one here on the Cavs. I think
I'm
the
gonna sound like an
Cavs.
idiot. I'm gonna sound like an idiot then, bro. Like, uh,
Nah, nah. I mean, it is
I
what it
I
is.
think
But like,
I think it's
I, th
20,
yeah.
25, 25, 30%
Okay.
chance that the Cavs win.
See, I kind of cheated a little bit. I looked up to see. I looked up the injury
Spineless.
report. Yeah. I looked up the injury report and it says Hunter is considered questionable. Garland toe is deemed questionable. And Mobley is deemed questionable as well for Friday's game. So with that, I'm gonna have to go with 20% chance for the Cavs.
Mm.
Well, I guess I don't sound stupid. Thanks, bro.
I mean, you're probably right. I'm probably the stupid one, realistically. If they come back fully healthy, I think they'll win both in Indiana. That was my take. I think they'll take both games, but they have to be healthy. If they don't come back fully healthy, if they're missing even one of those players, their odds like significantly plummet.
It's tricky. I'm at 20%. I don't think that's bad at all, considering that they're down and going to enemy territory. But we're gonna have to see, dude. It's gonna get scary in Cleveland. Mitchell's
Scary
going to New
hours.
York.
If they, yeah, like every off season,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
always
that's
that's always
not.
the rumor.
Yeah, no way.
every
Steve,
other star's going to New York. All right,
Speaking of New York,
somebody else can introduce this because I don't know if I'm mentally prepared to start talking about this series yet.
I got you. I got you.
my favorite series. I love it.
So yeah, talked about Cleveland, Indiana. Now we gotta talk about the two big dogs, two big market teams, Eastern Conference. Boston versus New freaking York.
New York.
The New York basketball Knicks up 2-0, stealing two games in the fake garden. I'm just kidding. Because they're both the garden. Anyways, insane games. Both games being down 20 points, coming back and taking a lead. I've never seen an NBA team shoot themselves out of a lead. They got to be the first team to ever do that.
That's bad, dude.
I'm not talking trash at all. This is just
That's the hard part for me. Is it's true.
what I can say is Tatum's off to a little bit of a tough start, shooting 28% from the field. He's
Although the
12.
Cavs ought to win the series. That's how bad it is. Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting guess we have later on the Celtics odds to win the series. That's gonna be fun. We'll end it off later. But yeah, shooting 28% from the field, 12 for 42 so far. Struggling a little bit. Porzingis dealing with the respiratory illness, whatever the hell's going on with him. No more Sam Hauser. Mr. Clip is gone. And yeah, Mikal Bridges. I tried to make sense of that trade all season long. I was warming up to it a little bit more like, wow, they gave up how much for Mikal Bridges? And then the preseason came around. His jumper looked the way that it did. And first two games, game-winning defensive plays. That's why they traded for him. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this series so far? Miles, I want you to start.
Well, to put it simply, I am absolutely devastated because what the Pacers are doing to the Cavs is what I was waiting for the Celtics to do to the Cavs. And looks like we may not even make it that far. So, the big thing I want to say to preface this is both games, the Celtics have led by 20. They led by 20. These games, well, why are you shaking your head? I haven't even gotten the takeoff yet. I haven't even gotten the takeoff
I'm
yet.
just so sad to hear 20 points, dude.
Yeah.
You can't. This is not real, bro.
Okay. You're empathizing with me. I appreciate that.
No.
Uh,
I don't like the Celtics at all. I'm just
okay. That's
embarrassed, for you,
fair.
bro. I'm just
I've
embarrassed.
gotten more. Yeah. I've pretty much, my skin has been hardened by the amount of texts that I've gotten.
Oh,
So
goodness.
I get it. But 20-point leads in both games. The largest lead for the Knicks in game one was 3. That was, of course, late in the fourth. Same thing with game 2. It was 6. It's just unreal. Like this isn't the Knicks. Is okay. Here's a question for the panel here. Is this the Knicks winning the game, or is this the Celtics losing it? And I know that sounds stupid, but like you get what I mean. Like, did the Celtics lose this game or did the Knicks like win this game? You know what I mean? It makes no sense, but you get what I mean.
It makes a lot of sense, dude.
I I think the Celtics lost this game.
Yeah.
Just they
I
Just absolutely sold it.
not
yeah.
to not to be like the middle ground guy here, but it's a combination of both. Because the lead was big enough to where they could have played like Dookie, like they did, and they still could have won. But Mikal Bridges had a huge fourth quarter yesterday. He's pretty much just running cardio up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Game winning defensive play, had 14 points, which was all the points he had in the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Carl
had
Anthony
0
Towns.
going into the fourth. He didn't score.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
didn't
did
score at
not
all
score.
to the fourth quarter. Carl Anthony Towns played great yesterday. So they stayed resilient and they came back and they made the plays and won the game.
Yeah.
What I did like in game two, I've pooped on Tatum for this before. When they went up 91-90, when at Big Al set that high screen, Tatum remembered he's 6'8".
And he's done.
But yeah, no, I'm done with the Tatum talk. I've said enough on him. This pod, I'm gonna relax. I like Tatum. I know some people think I don't, but big fan. But I'd say it's a combination of both. But the shooting performance from Boston, I think they're at what 75 missed threes between games 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't have the stat on me, but yeah, it's in
I
that
know it was
ballpark.
45 missed in game one, and I think they missed 30 or like
They're
31, something like that last night.
this for the whole series, they're 25 from 100 from 3-point range, 75 missed threes.
75, all right. There's a lot of points being left off the board there with the threes being missed. But we know that's how the Celtics play. They live and die by their system. Don't make a whole lot of adjustments. Live and die by that three ball. It's might be time for an adjustment or two. What's
Yeah.
Big Joe got in the bag?
Nothing, bro. Why? I like, bro. I've said it before. I was a really big fan of Ime, and Joe definitely like came with the math game. You know, you've heard about the Celtics math game. Who hasn't with the threes and stuff? But Ime and that team's defensive identity was just a different breed. Nowadays, you know, we have the defenders, but it's more like Porzingis hold down the paint, Drew guard the best player, and then the wings, Jaylen Brown and Tatum. They're great defenders, don't get me wrong, but they're really not playing the same level of defense that they were playing in 2022 when Ime was the coach. The thing is, though, one thing I cannot stand about Joe Mazzula is, bro, the timeout management is so frustrating. Why do we not call timeout? Like, this is the playoffs, bro. This isn't a regular season game against the Hornets. Like, we've already dropped one and lost home court. Why are we like not calling a timeout? I it's just insane. And they're not even pressuring like in the backcourt. They're all back on defense already. The Knicks defense is already set. Like the whole point of not calling the timeout is okay, they just scored, no one's back. Let's run the ball forward and try to get an advantage, right? No, the defense was set. Like Joe, you have the timeout, just call it. Just call the timeout and run a set. I just don't understand because then we get Tatum thinking texting Kobe before the game, trying to shoot a mid-range fadeaway after losing the
That's what I was gonna
dribble.
say, bro. That's what I was gonna say.
It's like bro, he literally lost his dribble. As soon as he lost the dribble, like when he was on the wing for that final play, I was like, just call a timeout. Just call a timeout. Don't let him pick this up and try to cook. And then of course, the game happens. He turns the ball over and that's wraps. It's
You
just
know,
so
you know what
frustrating.
I hate? It's like the Celtics play so good till the fourth quarter, and then they just think it's street ball where you could play ISO. JB's like, here, give me the ball. He goes ISO, mid range against Brunson, shoots it, bang, clank. And then we're like, okay, Tatum in the right post. He gets it, fades away, clank. Like when you're playing late game, you always want to run like just run something that you could use your like length to your advantage. Like set a screen. Like Kev talked about how Tatum got a screen from Al and then he dunked it, right? Like
Mhm.
you gotta run that, just run the same thing every single time. Even Coach JJ Redick and Braun, they like talked about how if like I see something that works, I'm gonna spam it every single time till it doesn't work anymore. But they just ran that play once and then they just went away from it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take fadeaways now. Like how
Yeah.
does that make sense? And then that's how you lose a game. It is about timeouts, but it's also about like, bro, like you could take all the 3-point shots you want, but when it's the fourth quarter and you have to win a game, bro, go to the rim. Just go to the rim, and then you could kick it out for
Mm.
threes.
Um, what was I going to say? The Celtics have such an advantage whenever Mitchell Robinson is on the court. That final
Yeah.
play, they set that high screen. They had that forced basically Mitchell Robinson to switch on Tatum. Didn't even do that quick enough. Even if he was able to switch quick enough, he still would have blown past him. Didn't even get the opportunity and was still able to dunk on him and essentially get the lead up. But the Knicks do match up pretty well against the Celtics. I will say,
The Wings.
if there was any team in the East that was going to beat the Celtics in the playoffs, I think it was New York. I don't think Cleveland would have done it because Cleveland's a lot more of like a rim protecting defense as opposed to New York being a lot better on the perimeter, which is where the Celtics kind of live and die.
Hmm.
So I will say if it was anybody to beat the Celtics, it was going to be New York. Now they haven't beaten them yet, so I'm not
Right.
gonna build the plane in the
Yeah.
sky here.
I was gonna say you're
But
talking in past tense. Like,
I'm not said if, but yeah, not putting the cart before the horse, not building the plane in the sky. I ran out of phrases, but yeah, I mean, kind of what you said about Ime and Joe Mazzula, that whole conversation. I think Joe Mazzula's more of like an adrenaline, like locker room presence type coach. It's like, does he do a whole lot of coaching, or is he more of like a
It's like
hype
get up,
man?
Tatum. You're bleeding. Get up, bro. Get up. That's what it is. The
it's
Or
second.
like when
He's like, I liked
When
watching him
Porzingis was
bleed.
bleeding,
Yeah.
he said, "Oh, I loved it. I love watching him bleed." That's what he is. That's what he does. When it comes to adjustments and everything else, that's when you look at the
That guy has a
assistants.
blood fetish or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, because remember when he kissed the court too, and he was like, it tasted like blood.
Oh God, bro.
is Joe Mazzulla corny or is he hard? What's like the take here?
I like
I
Mazzula,
kind
man. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's
He's a
hilarious.
I think he is funny. Like I said, great personality. He's definitely a personality type coach. But as far as like ball goes, and like you said, timeout management and just like running sets, simple coaching stuff, he needs a little polishing.
well,
yeah.
this is the same coach who had his entire scouting report on Quizlet. Don't forget, if y'all remember when that got leaked.
Really?
Forgot about that.
I do
Yeah,
remember that.
Joe Mazzulla had a public Quizlet with a Phoenix Suns scouting report, and someone found it and leaked it.
How do you even look for that? What makes you
I
look? You know what? I'm gonna go on Quizlet.
No, it was a girlfriend trying to understand like because her boyfriend I think was a Phoenix Suns fan. So she looked up a Quizlet for like Phoenix Suns like players and tendencies, and she found Joe Mazzulla's Quizlet just so because she was just trying to bond with her boyfriend when they watched hoops.
Yeah,
So kind of a sweet story,
at
but
first, slide was probably like make them bleed or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah,
it's like the username was not Joe Mazzula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Muvzy, I do got a question though.
sure, bro.
So for the Celtics, what do you think they have to do next game for them to make at least sort of a comeback if they want to keep their hopes up in this series?
Uh, don't live or die by the three, right? Like you have to use Tatum and JB going downhill to then unlock like Derek White and all like the other guys that shoot. And then like just good shot selection, dude. That's it. That's literally all I want. Like if you know you're not making your threes, just stop it, bro. Just it's simple. Run a nice pick and roll with Tatum, and I'll pop out. Tatum goes in the paint, and it just works, bro. Like it's just so simple, and they just failed to do that. They just failed to do that in the fourth quarter. Just deviate from it. So.
I just I don't get Joe Mazzulla because the same guy who won't call a crunch time timeout is also imposing the Hacka Mitchell Robinson technique. So like he's thinking, like he's game planning, but like what do you guys think of that by the way? Because I was under the
Airball the free
impression
throw, bro. It's crazy, bro.
didn't they
That was
like didn't they ban this though? Like do you guys remember this being banned at any point? The like whole
I
hack a shack technique?
I do remember that being some sort of like a rule or them talking about it. But the
I
same
could have
thing with like the
sworn this got
foul
banned.
baiting was a rule, and now that's getting allowed.
Oh, you're talking the pump fake and you like jump into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Trae Young thing, eh?
The Jalen Brunson special.
Oh. Well, Brunson doesn't really do that. It's more like, yeah, Brunson doesn't really do that. Like, when do you
You
think he does
serious?
that?
Yeah, he does more of the I'm gonna drive into you and headbutt your chest and then fall down
Yeah, yeah,
technique.
yeah,
Yeah, that's more
yeah.
of his style.
Yeah, Trae Young's like the guy's gonna hit me from the back and then I'm gonna go up, pause, but yeah.
No, it's yeah, I mean it makes sense though. Celtics 15 for 60 from 3 in game 2.
That's motion,
63
bro.
pointers.
Please just drive, JT, please. Or
See,
just drive
what
and you win the game.
what
That's
made
it.
me mad too is like they would have 3-on-2 fast breaks and they would hunt for the three instead of
Yeah.
trying to drive in.
Here's the thing though. What if these shots fall like they did in the regular season? How much do they win by if they make 10 more of those threes?
We
Little
could say
problem.
what if that like, but they just didn't. It just bricked every single one of them. But if you live by that and it hasn't worked in 2 games, you like can't just pray that like like regular season and playoff is like way like it's so different. Like teams play you way higher, they play you way harder, the pace is quick. So I don't know, maybe it's a bit of like fatigue. Maybe that's like a wrong thing in the NBA because these guys play ball every day, but like I don't know. They just can't make their threes, bro.
Now they're gonna have to hit those threes in enemy territory going back to New York now.
Good luck, bro.
It's
Good luck with
always
that.
it's always tough for an enemy territory, but yeah, hypothetically speaking, if they did hit 10 more threes, I mean, yeah, they would have won the games. But
Yeah.
bottom line, no adjustments were made, and that's essentially why they lost. Lack of coaching. Hate to say it. Hate to say that about a championship level head coach. We've seen a couple of them get fired already this year.
Yeah.
There's going to be at least one more.
You could just tell with this Celtics team. Last year it was like 80% talent, 20% system. And ever since Ime, like Ime's my benchmark, um, because ever since then you could tell that this team has just slowly become more and more undisciplined with the way they play. It's too loose. The system is way too loose. The screws aren't tight. Like we're throwing horrible turnovers. For a championship defender, it's not the same brand of basketball. Like obviously the whole three thing happened this year, but like even so, like Muvzy said, it's like you have to make an adjustment at some point. You have to be disciplined enough to like at least like tweak the screw a little bit. You can't just keep doing the same thing. And now they're down 0-2. So yeah, I will mourn later. We'll move on. Warriors Wolves, fellas. Can the Warriors do it without Curry? I'll start. No. Wolves are going to win the next 3.
Next three. So I
Next,
know Curry's not playing tonight. They say he's going to be out at least a week. They're definitely
Which
not
is how
doing it
many
without Curry.
games? How many games is that, by the way? Is that
They
3 games?
Yeah, it's about that because they said his timetable for return is either game 6 or game 7. They're hopeful just because
Hmm.
this is a left hamstring strain, and that's like the average time for the injury is like about a week. But since this is Curry's first one and he's 37 years old, they don't really know how well he's going to recover from it.
Yeah, he
Thing
could
is
come back
too.
like Harden for the Nets that one playoffs.
Thing is too. Those hamstring injuries, dude, they linger. Like you'll feel good, but then you get out there halfway through the game and it's like, ooh, this acting up again. But no, they're not doing it without Curry. Like that's just plain and simple. Which is kind of weird to say considering they did it without him the other night. But the Wolves played so terribly.
Hmm.
I don't think that'll happen again. But they got to win tonight, if anything. Because either way, even if they go down 2-0 with or without Curry, you're still in trouble.
I like bro, Jimmy has to step up. It's like not like they have no chance. I don't agree that they'll lose 3 games, but if they could like go 1-1 in the next 2 games that are coming up, so Curry could come back and like help them out. That'll help out. But like I think they'll be like up 2 games to 1 to the Timberwolves by the time Curry comes back. Because like Jimmy will step up. If Buddy Hield plays like half of how we played last game, they have a chance. Is it just like a system? But now J Jimmy Butler's a system, so see how that looks.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on the Timberwolves and how they played? Because I know Coach Finch, he called out Anthony Edwards for not being like the team leader and playing how he should have in game one.
It's the same thing kind of with what happened with the Celtics. Like they had like one of the worst 3-point shooting nights, probably the worst in playoff history, right? It was like
Yeah, it
it
was
was like
something like that.
12%,
It's
like
up
12 point.
there.
Yeah, like once again, like if you know your 3-point shot isn't going down, drive. But like I don't know, they could try out that same strategy the second game, and if it doesn't work, bro, just pray that your threes are going in. But like the Timberwolves have length over the Warriors, and like a lot of length, like Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, like Dante DiVincenzo is good at shooting, so he gets space on the floor. Like that's a very deadly team. So they have to like use their length, kind of like the Celtics.
The one thing that scares me with Golden State is the consistency of Buddy Hield. He can get a little trigger happy. He was like 7 for 19 the other night. Played solid, but his consistency scares me a little bit. Along with other members of the Warriors that I hate on that I'm not going to today. I'm feeling nice, but you guys already know who I'm going to say.
Brandon
But
Ingram.
Odds.
exactly,
Matter.
bingo,
Bro, this could be
bingo.
a therapy session, bro. It's fine. You could just let it out, bro.
It's I have numerous times to the point where I'm like, yeah, I am a hater, and I'm owning up to it. But as far as Timberwolves, feed Nas Reed. He's your best player.
Bro loves
That,
Big Nas.
but
Big Nas.
they should hire you over Joe, bro. Like, just get out of here, bro. Give me
You know what I'm
Nas.
saying?
Give me Nas Reed, and we're just W, bro. I
Feed
know
Nas.
Nas is
Uh,
insane.
You
Nas
know,
Reed for president.
I did I did like what Chris Finch said though. You know, he's holding his guy accountable. NBA's pushing this dude as the legend killer. Clearly, they want him to be the face of the league. So he's got to win. He's got to win this series. But I don't know. This series is kind of hard to judge at the moment, not seeing game two yet, and with the injury. So I feel like all this like is kind of TBD at the
Yep.
moment.
Yep.
Can we take a second to appreciate Julius Randle rewriting his playoff narrative so far? He played really good in that Lakers series.
I know it's like not real. Like I can't. Like is this the real Julius Randle?
Either
While
I
Is this
guarding
who I think it is?
LeBron matchup too.
It's crazy.
when I watched him
Like
play with like Brunson and stuff, like he was playing pretty bad. Like I think they had a little bit of beef. Like him and Brunson, even him and Josh Hart. I don't think they got along well. Like to be honest, and
yeah, I mean,
the fans hated him for good reasons. When now he's doing good with Ant. I don't know.
yeah, he's definitely rewritten his narrative, like you
Why do
said.
you guys think he's
Notoriously
playing?
known.
Like why do you guys think he's playing good now? Like what do you think changed from like New York to like now with the Timberwolves?
He's less of a main option, I would say. I think when he was playing with Brunson the year they played together, I don't think it was clear who the first option was yet. It was clear, but it's Julius Randle didn't think it was clear. So I feel like, I mean, this is kind of a common take, but Julius Randle had a tendency to overplay, like overshoot, try to overcreate, hold the ball too long, try to be the main focus of the offense.
Mhm.
And partially that is Tibbs' fault too, because again, coach got to tighten the screws. You got to know who's your main guy. But that's probably what I would say. I think like Anthony Edwards, it's clearly his team. He's clearly the number one option. And I think just they have a lot. Do I say they have a lot more talent on their roster right now than the Knicks did with Julius Randle? I kind of think they do. I think there's just more options
Yeah.
on the
Yep.
Timberwolves. Um, I just think there's less pressure on him to perform. And, I mean, I don't think he has to play as hard of defense either. Not that he was ever a defender. I don't know how much you take that into account, but that's worth
But
something
that like
too.
definitely helps, bro. Like
Mm,
if you tell him, yo, bro, just go and score, wait in that wing, and then if Ant gets doubled, kick it out to me, and I'm gonna make it. And his like post game is insane. It's like kind of like Pascal, like him and Pascal sort of like play the same, if you kind of know what I mean. But
mm,
like Julius like doesn't spin as much, but like that's it. It's
yeah.
like the only.
Yeah, I think this Minnesota team definitely has more talent than that New York team.
Yeah,
I
easily.
mean, this team was in the conference finals last year. Not this exact team, obviously they had Cat, but for the most part, they generally have the same squad.
Yeah.
They just got off to a little bit of a rocky start, but right now they're looking pretty good.
Mm. So do we think I guess we could do this again. Who do we think is taking this series? Let me put you in a hypothetical. Let's say Curry comes back game 6, right? That's the only hypothetical here. How you think that series goes up to Curry is up to you. But who do you think is coming out of this series?
I think I'm going to go with Minnesota in 7.
That's a respectable take. I can't even lie. But
I don't
My
see. I don't. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Vic.
I was just saying my gut was telling me Wolves in 6. I just don't know if they can do it without Curry. And I know Jimmy Butler said countless times that we need Steph Curry. He's the Batman of this team, yada yada yada. But I think that is true. I don't know if Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's been playing great. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't know if he'll be enough for this Warriors team to take them there and get them to the Western Conference Finals.
I got, bro, this is so hard because I don't know when Curry's gonna come back. They've they're up 1-0, right? And like Buddy's on and off. It's like I'm playing like it's like placing money on black on roulette. Like bro, like um I Timberwolves in 7. I just don't know enough. If I know more about Curry and if his hamstring's good, then I got Warriors in 7. But if like Curry comes back too late, it's Timberwolves in 7.
I think I got Wolves in 5, bro.
Holy. Okay.
I I think that this game 1 was an absolute fluke. I think it was one of it's by far the worst shooting performance they've had all season.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that happens again.
Yeah, but we
Plus,
like said
without
with
Curry,
the Celtics. And then oh man, bro, I'm so like I'm just so mad for you, bro. Like I said the same thing to my friend and he's like a diehard Celtics fan, bro. I'm like there's no way Celtics play this bad again. Easy game to win. And then they somehow got worse, bro. Like I don't know.
I could see
yeah.
I could see the Warriors getting one more for sure without Curry. I could see it. I don't know if it'll happen, but I could see like the Wolves going up 3-2. Curry comes back for game 6. Maybe they close it out right there, but if it does go to 7, I feel like not Golden State. Minnesota would win it.
Yeah, no, that's actually yeah,
I'm
I could
just
see.
where does the offense come from though? Like Jimmy can only do so much, and he's gonna see Rudy Gobert in the paint.
Bro,
He's gonna
offense
see
gonna come from Kev's favorite guy, man.
Pods.
Someone's gonna
Yeah.
have to do it.
For Guy
Bro, it
Santos.
ain't gonna be him. It is not gonna be him, bro. It's not gonna be
Someone has
Pods.
to.
Odds,
Someone's
man.
got to.
He'll take 3 charges, and that'll be enough for everyone to glaze him again.
Oh wow.
Someone's got to
All
do
I'm
it.
saying is, like we're relying on Buddy Hield, bro. Like, can we take a step back and just realize how insane that is? Like, it's Buddy Hield. We know how polarizing Buddy Hield is. Like, he's really good or really bad. There's really no like in between.
You just pray he plays good again, bro. And if he plays good again, then he plays good again, then he plays good again. Oh, that's a bad sight. A bad sight.
If the Warriors want to win without Curry, playoff Jimmy is going to have to be activated. We're
Oh yeah.
going to have to see him come out of that Miami Heat, how he played when he was on that team, and just go absolutely crazy in these games if they want to win.
Who was that girl on ESP? It was at the bubble, right? Who's
Rachel
that?
Nichols.
Rachel Nichols has to come back. That's what's gonna unlock playoff Jimmy, bro.
Yeah.
That's how we get him back, bro. Rachel has to turn up, bro, and then
Bro,
easily playoff Jimmy
this
is
ain't
on.
this ain't playoff Jimmy, fellas. This is Jimmy Butler the third this season. All right. This is a different Jimmy Butler. He's 35. He's still a good player, but this ain't playoff Jimmy. This ain't Jimmy G buckets. This is Jimmy Butler the third we're talking about, fellas.
Bro.
Dude.
I don't know if he has enough. I don't know if he's got enough in the tank. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Yeah.
it's who are they gonna start? It's gonna be what? Pods, Butler, Draymond. It's probably gonna be what? Moody and Healed. That's what they'll go with,
Yeah.
unless I'm
Yeah.
missing someone. Like who? Who's where's the offense? Who's scoring outside of Jimmy Butler?
Buddy Hield or Brandon. It's just those two. And if they flop, then I agree with your take, Mike. I agree with your take.
Yeah.
If there's
I
a
mean, it
way,
would
it's
be
that way.
crazy.
But it-
I'm rooting for Buddy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Buddy, but like I don't see it. Hopefully, I'd love to see it, but I don't envision it. I guess it would be the take there.
We'll see in about an hour.
Oh yeah.
Indubitably. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to the last series. In my opinion, you know, I watch other basketball podcasts, and one of the podcasts I watched, they went through all of their playoff series. And they were like, which one's the most boring? And they said Boston Knicks, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way that's the most boring one. And it can't be Pacers Cavs. Like that's out of the question. I think it's the Nuggets Thunder. In my opinion, this is the most boring series.
As much as I hate to say it, dude, I do agree with you. And but it is one of the like the most important series in the whole entire thing because you have one MVP in Shea. Sorry, he's Jokic the MVP, and
Good. We like
Shea,
that.
bro. All my friends are Serbian, so like I have to stay on that Jokic side, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
Jokic all the way, bro. And then yeah, because like in game one they tried everything to stop Jokic, it didn't work, and then game two, like what did you guys see? Like like
I, I saw a team get floored.
yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah. I mean, this series is so weird to talk about just because games 1 and 2 are just so drastically different. Game 1, absolutely amazing comeback by Denver, stealing one at home against OKC, and then game 2 was just
Man, it was wild.
it. It's what it was. That's pretty much all I can say about game 2.
Like both
Maybe
like,
maybe Jalen Williams wasn't clip farming with the whole Gatorade thing. Maybe he wasn't actually
what do you mean
phased.
Gatorade thing?
Did you guys see the clip of Jalen Williams like messing with his Gatorade in the post game interview? And everyone was calling him a clip farmer. Did you guys not see that?
Uh-uh.
Kevin, did you see that? You saw that, right?
No,
Bro, we talked about it. I was talking to you about it. What are you talking?
we talked about him in the post game interview when he did the Tarian Prince rebound thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait. Did we? No, we did. I was definitely referring to the Gatorade. We might have been on different pages. That's not important, though.
I
Anyway,
think I was doing something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the Tarian Prince thing."
Oh, come on, Kev. Come on,
I
bro.
that's
think I was
crazy, bro.
because
That's crazy.
I remember talking about it, but I thought we were talking about the rebound thing.
This was literally yesterday, but it's okay. It's all right. Anyway, whole thing went down. Jalen Williams was just like playing with a Gatorade, and he was like, it was taste testing it as someone else was interviewing, and everyone was saying like, bro just wants attention. He's clip farming, and it was a whole thing. And then OKC fans came and defended him, saying like he's genuinely not phased. That was the take here. I know this is a huge tangent that does not matter, but that was the take. So my take was maybe they were actually unfazed. Maybe they literally were like, we're just going to floor Denver next game. And that's exactly what they did. And I mean, judging by what they did, I really don't think they were phased. Um,
I'm actually surprised that they didn't make a TikTok after that, like some dancing. Like damn, bro. Like, bro.
Imagine.
What's the
Yeah, bro.
Shea one?
Bro, maybe that Gatorade thing is like a thirst trap, you know? Like, you just
Well, I know Kawhi
Bro.
said for kids not to drink it after the one of the games against Denver. He said
yeah,
kids
you
shouldn't
just
be drinking that.
do not have it, bro.
But yeah, this series is just weird. Honestly, I don't like this Western Conference playoff picture right now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
The
neither.
series are kind of just like I don't know. No one really knows what to say about them yet because it's like Denver still Denver. Can
Yeah,
they actually beat the Thunder? And I don't know. They're the number one seed. They almost won 70 games. They should
yeah,
win. They
yeah.
100% should. But like I said, that that big Euro man,
Hmm.
if he keeps putting together 40, 20 games, it's going to be tough to beat that.
And if that guy that doesn't get the MVP, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna actually crash out,
Yeah,
They
I
release it
think.
tomorrow,
bro.
from what I've heard.
If it's Shea, like, I'm gonna go on my roof and just jump, bro. Just not
It
right.
should, dude. We are such Jokic advocates for MVP on
Dude,
this
I just
pod.
hate it because it's like, why does voter fatigue exist? Like, someone's so good that they get tired of voting for him. How does that even work, bro? Like,
I just, I mean, I've brought this up numerous times on this pod, but what is Shea's case besides scoring and being the one seed? And Denver was the two seed, or I'm sorry, they were the three seed, but they were the two seed for like like the end of the season. Or I'm
they're
tripping,
like,
I'm tripping. They're the five seed. They're the five
yeah,
seed, five
Four,
yeah.
seed,
Or
four. Okay,
four
well, I've
seed.
named every seed except the actual seed. They are the four seed, but they were the two seed for most of the season,
Yeah.
especially coming down to the end of the season. There, they were that two seed. So really, it's like, what is the case outside of scoring? Like,
The
what
case
does
is,
Shea do better?
look, so there's this number where it's like when Jokic is off the floor, the Nuggets are like a terrible team. Like, I think there's some
Hmm.
number that I should have had, but like, and then the Thunder, right? When
Hmm.
Shea's off the floor, they could still be like a 50 win team, 40 win team. So like, you put Jokic on that Thunder team, and I think they're better.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm so glad you said that because it's like, there's two arguments for what you consider an MVP award. There's like the who has the best stats and who's actually the most valuable on their
Yeah.
team, and Jokic wins both. And I don't understand how you pick Shea.
It's just like because they're the first seed. They're the first seed, bro. Like record matters so much now, right? So, all right, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the MVP has kind of just become like who averages the most points award over the past couple of years, and it kind of sucks. But like, if we're being honest here, they're gonna give it to Shea. I
Yeah,
don't
they
think he
are.
deserves it, but they're gonna give it to him. Like it's the uproar that happened last year when he didn't win it was insane, and now the fact that the team's like better and he's still having a great year, like they're
Shaq, Shaq,
they're giving it
Shaq
to
was
him.
the only one whining about it. Like Shaq's like, he has more points, rebounds, and assists. Like, I'm like, oh, come on, bro. It's like Jokic mogs that guy in every single category, besides free
Dude,
throws.
yeah,
he averaged a triple double this season.
Come on, bro. Like,
Westbrook won it, averaging a triple double as a six seed. So like the seeding really based on like previous winners should not matter.
Yeah,
and another thing too is a lot of the players in that poll that voted Tyrese Haliburton the most overrated, they voted Shea being the MVP, and then like you guys said, like the voter fatigue and everything, it's dumb. I mean, realistically, LeBron should have won a lot more MVPs than he did. in the
What about Kobe?
2010s.
Kobe only has
Kobe,
one.
yeah, Kobe as well. It's just crazy how the MVP award has become.
Yeah, bro. It's so
Because
skewed.
Jokic has been putting up like 2K numbers this season.
Yeah.
He is playing ridiculous. Me and Miles were
Exactly.
had an episode where we were like ranking the best game performances this year. And there were just so many Jokic performances that were good that we forgot he put up a 30, 20, and 20 game.
Yeah, we literally left it out and then midway through like talking about the 60-point triple-double game he had, we were like, "Wait, didn't he have like 30, 20, and 20?" So we had to add it on the fly. Partially that's our fault because we did that podcast just on the fly. We didn't prep a lot for it, but
Has Shea got a
still
triple
though.
double? Has he gotten a
Mm,
triple double this season?
That's a good question. I'm gonna look that up.
mm,
Pretty sure he
yeah.
has. He almost had one the other night.
He has
You
two
sure?
triple doubles in his NBA career. One
One,
was
yeah.
against the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2020, and the second was 2021 against the Nuggets.
Yeah, so there you go. You just got mogged right there.
Just
But he has 50-point games. It's like, bro.
Come
dude,
on,
he had
bro.
four or three or
Exactly.
four, whatever it
Like
was.
Shea wins it any other season, but when that guy Jokic exists, just give it to him, bro. Like we will never see a player like this good and like play this unique ever again. Like ever again. It's just gonna be a long time.
Yeah.
Dude's making his case as an all-time great. We've talked about it
Yeah.
several times on this podcast. And
Yeah.
now the fact that these two are like playing each other in the playoffs is just the script is falling into place. This is what the NBA wanted.
Mhm.
Realistically, if Jokic has one more chip, he's top three center ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Who's ahead of him? The other
Shaq
two.
and Kareem.
Shaq does have 4 rings.
Shaq
Yeah,
has
that's.
4 rings, yeah.
I think Jokic is a better player, but Shaq's one more. Shaq was the
Imagine
main
Jokic with
piece.
Kobe. Oh,
Yeah, I was
What's
gonna say because
crazy is,
Shaq was the main guy on three
yeah.
of those chips, so like it's
yeah,
kind of hard to say like argue against him.
No, but it's
it's
like Jamal Murray against Kobe's like it's like I would love if I have Kobe over like I don't know.
Yeah.
it's crazy. Jokic has never played with another All-Star.
Oh yeah,
Wild.
Nah,
None
bro.
of his
MPJ is
yeah,
loading still. Just give him
none of
5 more
his
years.
none of his teammates have
Loading.
ever been named to an All-Star. That's like actually insane. Like
Speaking of loading,
Shea played with one before freaking Jokic did.
that's criminal.
oh,
Wait,
I
who?
J
What?
Dub.
What did?
J-Dub.
Oh, All Star. Sorry, I was thinking MVP for some reason. But he played with Westbrook for a season, didn't he?
No, it was Chris Paul.
No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. That I'm
He
late.
was with
I'm
Chris
late
Paul.
on my timeline. You're right. But Chris Paul doesn't have an MVP. But yeah, J-Dub, that's a good point. All Star already. I mean, Chet's gonna be an All Star probably next season, if we're being honest.
yeah, maybe if you make some free throws, then I'll like bro, all these guys like Thunder just make the free throw. Like the easiest things to win a game just never happens for the top seeds. And that's
Yeah.
just the narrative right now, bro. Just end the games off and it will be completely different story. Celtics would be up 2-0. Thunder would be up 2-0. Just buddy, make your shots, bro. It's not that hard.
What did Chet shoot from the free throw line this season? I'm looking into that.
75, 75%.
Wow. Yeah. I was gonna say why would Chet even be in the game, but like, that's I think league average is that exactly. So he's a league
Yeah.
average shooter. So I guess it makes sense.
Mhm.
But yeah. I love how that series talk just turned into who's MVP and crashing out
Oh,
a
I love that,
bunch.
bro. I
Yeah.
I told my friends, I'm like I gotta tell these guys like Jokic is gonna win, bro. That's it.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. He really should, man. He really should. Um, Westbrook had a good game.
Yeah,
Figured I'd throw that in there.
he's
He
been
did.
playing good these playoffs.
Yeah, not
And
not
did
like
you
last year where he had more text than points.
did you guys
LA.
um have you guys looked at like the box score of just the Nuggets Thunder game 2? Dude, the plus minuses are ridiculous. I know they're skewed because it was a blowout, but dude, Christian Brown was a minus 40 when he
Well,
was on the floor.
Shea was minus 16, no?
Uh, wait, say that again?
Shea
Shea
was
was like minus 16, no?
he's a plus 51.
Yeah, he's a plus
Really?
51.
Yeah,
What
his
game
box.
was he minus 16? I think it was game one.
I can check. It was probably game one because they lost. Uh, let's see.
Christian Brown was a minus 40.
That's wild, dude. My God.
Bro,
Yeah, Shea was a
imagine
minus
every
16 game one.
Yeah. Like going from that to like plus, what was it? Like 50?
plus
51.
50, yeah.
61? That's crazy, bro. It's so hard to
Oh my
guess.
gosh. Wow, funny stat. The lowest the lowest plus minus in NBA playoff history is negative 58.
Who's that?
This can't be right. No. This cannot be right. Because it says it was Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Scoot Henderson. But when did they make the playoffs? That can't be right. Realistically, StatMuse says it's Desmond
Jeremiah.
Bain for the Pelicans. Desmond Bain has the lowest plus minus in a playoff game at negative 51 in game 1 of this year.
Yeah.
That's the lowest.
Wow.
I don't know what that negative 58 might be like regular season, and it might just be wrong. But the StatMuse negative 51 for Desmond Bain is the real stat. And that happened this year, which is crazy considering like the Heat got blown out every game too. I figured it would have been from that series.
This is an interesting one. It says worst playoff plus minus with 30 minutes played, and DeMar DeRozan's number one with minus 373. Carmelo's number two at minus 288.
What is like for a series?
It says in the playoffs when playing 30 plus minutes.
Oh, so just like an entire playoffs.
And yeah, in their career.
Interesting. Yeah, that's that LeBronto. That's probably where that's from.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had to play LeBron too many times. We'll
I'm
give him
so,
a
my God, bro.
Oh wait,
It's
yeah,
we'll
we
give
got
him
a
a side.
Raptors fan. I forgot
Oh,
Muvzy's a Raptors fan. I'm so sorry. I'm
and
so sorry for
all
bringing
good,
that
bro.
up.
Bro, I was poking at you enough with the Celtics stuff. You could come back with me. Getting LeBronto, bro. That's a whole other story, bro. That's like trauma right there, bro. Can't even lie to you.
That's
Wow.
crazy. We've had 3 Raptors fans on the podcast. How does that even happen?
shout out
Man.
Canada, man. We got to get some
Yeah,
more
shout out
NBA.
Canada.
We got to get more NBA fans from Canada.
Bro, we are serious about basketball, bro. Like people say hockey and stuff, but like basketball's very popular, man.
Yeah, we can tell. And from just like the amount of Canadian YouTubers we've had on, and I just like seeing the game from just grow in Canada. Their Canadian national team this year was actually really good. There was a lot of players
Were
on
they
the
really good or did they just have names? I don't think they were that good. I think they just had a lot of NBA players.
Canada's good and all right, but like, let's go back to the MVP. I'm joking, I'm messing with you, but like, Serbia went further, right? So,
Yeah. I don't think the Canada even medaled, did they?
I think we got bronze, or
I
did
think
we get
Germany got bronze.
Yeah, because
Germany?
it was France. France got
Or
silver. France got silver because they lost to us,
Uh,
so they got second. But I think Germany did place because Germany beat Canada. I'm
No, no,
pretty
no.
sure.
Serbia got bronze. Serbia got
Oh,
bronze.
Serbia got
oh,
bronze.
okay.
There you go. Serbia
Okay.
got bronze, and then the other MVP guy that should have carried us couldn't even get us a medal, bro. It's crazy.
I think the Canadian team wasn't it all NBA players?
Yeah, Dylan Brooks, Shea, RJ Barrett, um, Dwight
Dwight
Powell at
Powell.
center. Come on, bro. That guy is.
You guys had Zach Edey, but before he was in the NBA.
Yeah,
Nikhil
Zach.
Alexander Walker.
Yeah, Nikhil
Oh yeah,
Alexander.
We're missing someone big.
Andrew Nemhard,
Nemhard is very good.
Nemhard.
Very good.
Lou Dort,
Or
Lou
is very.
Dort was who I was thinking of.
Trey Lyles, Jamal Murray, Kelly
You need a
Olynyk.
big man, bro. You just need a big man. That's it. Like
I
Dwight
think
Powell.
only like 2 people on this team weren't in the NBA.
Yeah.
Wild.
Was Zach Edey? I don't think Zach Edey actually played in the Olympics. I think he played. He played the year before for. They invited
Yeah,
him
he
to be
wasn't
on the
it last
team,
year.
but he focused on the
He
draft
focused on
combine.
basketball. He like wrote
Yeah.
some like letter thing,
Mm,
and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm playing and stuff like that." So I'm like, "All right."
yeah, it's like, all right, man, whatever.
We had a big man, bro. Like we could have got bronze at least, bro.
True.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now, because who did you guys lose? Didn't you guys lose to Germany? Because that means you're playing Daniel Tice at center.
Tice is-
Daniel Tice is a demon in the Olympics.
Come on, Celtics fan. As a
Yeah.
Celtics fan, Tice is insane, bro.
Dude,
That
Tice
guy-
on the Celtics is different.
He's
different
so good, bro.
in
He's so
both
good.
of his tenures. I
That's-
want to
that's-
bring him back.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Marcus Smart. I feel like Marcus Smart is only going to be good on the Celtics ever. Like he
Yeah.
can play on
No,
any
he-
team. He'll
He's
only
like
be good
Drew
on.
Holiday as a backup point guard. Like that's terrifying.
My wish list for this offseason is Santi Aldama. If we can find a way to get Santi Aldama, if we trade
Dama, you guys. So
Pickenhauser.
you're doubling down on 3-point shooting, eh, buddy?
Santi Aldama is a talented player, man. I
but-
love his game,
But then you're doubling down on playing the 3-point game again.
but he also plays defense though. Like
Yeah,
he
no,
fits
that
the
yeah.
system.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, that guy's a dog, bro. He's a
We
dog.
got to get someone to replace Big Al, Uncle Al,
Who could you get?
Jock Landale. No, I'm playing. I'm trying to think of like I don't even know who's on the market this offseason, to be honest with you. I haven't really looked.
That's a hard one. Al is gonna be hard to replace.
Yeah. No, he'll just play till he's 45. We're good. We're good. GMLB family, thank you for being here for another episode. And shout out our guest, Muvzy. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel at MuvzyHoops, right? MuvzyHoops.
Sure. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And of course, thank you again, Muvzy, for coming on the show and just kicking the bucket with us, just talking about basketball, just relaxing and having a good time. So we appreciate the time. If you want to follow us, we have our full podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. If you want to watch our smaller interactive clips, we're on YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. With that being said, any final thoughts, fellas, before we get out of here?
Thanks for having me on, man. Like, appreciate it. I took a while to text back, but we got it done, bro. We got it
Hey,
done.
we got it done. We got it done. That's all that
Hopefully the
matters.
Celtics could get it done, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, glad to have you on. Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate
Awesome
it.
collaborating with you.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate coming on, brother. Many more in the future.
Thanks, boss. Appreciate it.
All right, GMLB family, we'll see you in the next one. And with that being said, we're out of here. Peace.